Hey everyone, Carmen over here. I'm doing my first YouTube live over here. I'm going to try and keep this live to about half an hour or so. Basically, it's just going to be what I've been up to, what I plan for the rest of the year. For those who have been subscribed to this channel, if you have seen me before, you've probably seen me in the book blogging world. That's what this channel originally was. But I'm basically going to be changing things up a little bit. So I'm going to be explaining that as we go along. One thing to note before I properly start this live is I'm someone who goes and needs liquids, especially when I'm the one who's doing most, if not all, of the talking. And then also something just to keep my throat soothed as well. Again, like I said, this is my first YouTube live. I'm going to be giving a very brief intro, and then I'm going to be very briefly just talking just about the whole book blogging thing, because, again, that is probably where most of you know me from. And then I'm basically just going to be just chatting about what I plan for the rest of the year, things I'm going to be doing, and basically what I'm plan on turning this channel into. Okay, so for those that don't know, I'm Carmen. I work in the animal welfare industry. I've been doing that for about a decade. I do the finances for the organization. Basically, that's what I've been doing, for the past decade or so. And then another big thing that's also that I've been doing for the past decade, no, actually less than that. I've been doing it for the past, say, 5-6 years, is book blogging. And yeah, that's probably where you know me from. And yeah, about the book blogging, I've got a book blog named The Tranquil Reader, and I've been uploading book reviews and all that there since about 2016 or so. One thing that I've come to learn or decide recently is that I'm probably going to be stopping the book blogging as of the end of November this year, 2022. So I've got some book reviews to catch up on, and yeah, basically I'm going to be finishing that up, towards the end of this year. And then, yeah, that's been a big part of, something that I've been doing on the side for the past 5 or 6 years. But that is something that I need to, end and, start with new things. Which then brings me, to the next point. I've got a small little note card over here just to try and keep me on track, that I don't ramble off too much. I just want to give you a small history, just, a little bit about myself, of things that I enjoy doing, and this is also going to come back to the things that I'm going to be doing this year as well, which is going to be the next point after this one that I'm going to be making. Okay, so I have recently come to notice that there have been some themes in my life, things that have been a big part of, going through life and everything. One of the very first things that I started doing quite early in life is writing. Um, for those that follow me with the book blogging, you've probably also come to, sort of get a glimpse into the writing life that I've had for the past, say, year or so. That's one of the big things that I've been doing since quite young already. And then another thing that I've also been doing, like I said, for the last decade or so, is animal welfare. I've been involved in animal welfare. And then another thing that's also been quite big is the blogging. But that's probably, again, like I said, going to be coming to an end at the end of November this year, 2022. And then another thing that'll also probably be talking a little bit about here and there is, spirituality. One thing that I'll very briefly mention is that I do come from traditional religion, but spirituality is something that I've recently delved into as of this year. I'll talk a little bit about that in not the next point, the point after that. So basically, I'm still going to be, still involved in traditional religion, but I'm slowly starting to weave spirituality into it too. So that's another thing that you'll probably hear me talk about every now and then. And then as to, okay, so that's basically the history of, just a very brief history of, things I've been doing, things I've been involved in, things that have had a big part in my life. Now, the next point is to, as to where I want to hopefully go this year, that the things that I'm starting and the direction I'm wanting to start going in. Okay. The interests that I've basically discovered that, I'm quite interested in, that I enjoy doing. The things that I like doing, they involve pets, they involve finances, they involve writing, and then also spiritual, not really religion as such, but since I've been getting into spirituality, I've also just been taking more of an interest in that as well. So basically, I've one point that I quickly just also want to make, just a bit of a side note. Even though I've got my microphone on over here, and it's pretty quiet, but if there are any outside sounds that are audible, they are sounds that are outside of my control. Okay, basically where I would like to go this year. One thing I'm basically trying to do, that I just discovered I don't know, um, that has come to my attention, or something that I want to do. I want to try and get myself out a little bit more in the online world this year. So that's one of the things that I'm trying to do. And then I'm trying to get perhaps one or two of my interests up and going. That's sort of what I'm planning to do for, the rest of this year, and then see where that takes me. So I've definitely, the next point that I'm going to make, what I've started so far, which actually goes quite nicely into this next point. What I've started so far is the finance side of things. For those who are interested in any of the things that I talk about, there are going to be links below, social media links. So if any of you want to go and check out anything that I talk about, feel free to click any of those links below. Those are the ways that you'll basically be able to keep up with me. There are one or two, interests of mine that I haven't quite gotten completely off the ground yet. That are sort of like more low scale at the moment. And what I've started with, besides another thing I've started with besides for the finances, is my writing. That I've put a little bit on the back burner, because since I've started my spirituality this year, I started it in April 2022. I've come to realize that my writing will probably, just the whole writing aspect of things, it's probably going to improve once I've gone through this whole spiritual process of mine as well. For those who might be watching the live, or even if you're watching the replay, let me know in the comments. Say hi, let me know where you're from. Okay, so those are the two things that I've started so far. I've gotten the finances sort of a little bit up and running. That's recently newly started. My writing, I've been doing that, I wouldn't say professionally, but I've recently become an author, and I've been doing that for the last year and a half or so. And then the spiritual side of things again started this year in April. Okay. So that's the things that I've started so far. So again, any of you who are interested in any of these things that I'm talking about, links will be down below to check out any of these things that I'm talking about. Okay. Okay. There is, again, like I said previously, there is one thing that I have gone and put on pause for the moment, and that is my writing. I'm hoping to pick it up, hopefully, again, by the end of this year. I first want to see where this spiritual journey takes me. I have published a book. Again, if you're interested in that, there is a link down below. You can check out my Twitter profile, and if you want to go and check out my published book, you're more than welcome to do that as well. And then one note that I also just want to make, even though this is my first YouTube live, and again, I have changed this channel from book blogging to just the interests that I've taken on and spoken about. One thing to note is that I don't know yet how consistent I'm going to be on this channel. I probably will do maybe a live a month. I'm not sure, depending on just what's going on and what I'm doing and all that sort of thing. So I don't want to go and promise that I'm going to be consistent on this channel yet, even though that is usually, what social media likes is consistency and regular uploads and all that sort of thing. I don't want to go and promise that yet. There is another YouTube live that I'm hoping to do either, at the end of August or, towards the beginning of September. The two dates that I'm looking at is the 28th of August and then the 11th of September. Those are the two dates that I'm looking at for the next live. I'm not sure which one it's going to be. Again, it also just depends what's going on as well and how busy I am and all that sort of thing. But those are the two dates that I'm looking at. As soon as I know which date I'm going to be picking, I'll definitely be posting it on one of my social media channels. And then if you feel like attending live, then you're more than welcome to do that as well. So yeah, basically that's the that's basically what I've come to chat about. Where I'm hoping to go this year, things I'm hoping to do. I've gotten my financial interest sort of up and going. I've got my writing on, but it's paused at the moment. I'm on my spiritual journey, and then I'm hoping to, I'm not sure if it's going to be this year. I don't think it will be. It'll perhaps be next year, but I'll probably also be incorporating my interest of pets as well at some stage. If not this year, then perhaps next year. But yeah, basically that's the live. I hope you enjoyed. Again, if you follow me on the book blogging side, that is going to be coming to an end at the end of November. But like I said, there are, if you do want to keep up to date with me, there are other ways to keep up to date with me, either through my writing, finances, or the spiritual side of things, and in the future, maybe pet stuff as well. So I'll see you guys either at the end of August or maybe towards the beginning of September. So I'll check you guys all then. Thank you for watching. And if you're watching the replay, let me know down in the comments. And thank you for watching. Cheers.